What drives a man to conquer the world? Is it a hunger for power, glory, or an insatiable desire to etch their name in the annals of history? Throughout the ages, this universal desire for conquest and power has spurred many to great lengths. Today we delve into the lives of four such individuals: Alexander the Great, Julius Caesar, Genghis Khan, and Napoleon Bonaparte. Each of these men, renowned conquerors in their own right, were driven by this potent desire. The stories of these conquerors are a testament to the human desire for power and the lengths one might go to achieve it. First, we journey back to 356 BC, to the life of Alexander the Great. Born in a time of great turbulence, Alexander was destined for greatness from the get-go. He was a pupil of Aristotle, receiving an education fit for a future king. From this solid foundation, he embarked on a series of conquests that would see him become the ruler of an empire stretching from Greece to Egypt and as far as India. However, this wasn't enough for the ambitious Alexander. His dream was to conquer the entire known world, but this dream was cut short in India, where his men, exhausted and homesick, forced him to turn back. Upon his untimely death, his once vast empire crumbled, his territory split among his generals. The aftermath was a chaotic 50-year war, a power struggle that left the empire in ruins and the dream of a united world shattered. Alexander's dream ended with his empire in ruins, sparking a 50-year war among his generals. From the ruins of Alexander's empire, we move to 100 BC, to the rise of Julius Caesar. Julius Caesar, a name etched in the annals of history, was a man who drew inspiration from the glory of Alexander. With his rise to power, he began to mirror Alexander's self-obsession, transforming into a dictator whose influence reached far and wide. Caesar's rule, however, wasn't without its shadow. His growing power stirred a gnawing fear among the senators of Rome. They saw in him an aspiring monarch, a threat to the republic's very essence. This fear gave birth to a conspiracy that would change the course of history. In 44 BC, on the Ides of March, Caesar's life was cut short in a brutal assassination, a bloody end to an extraordinary life, a life defined by a relentless pursuit for power, echoing Alexander's ambition, but resulting in a fate he never foresaw. Caesar's reign ended with a betrayal that echoes through the corridors of history. Leaving Rome behind, we journey east to the 12th century, to the reign of Genghis Khan. Here was a conqueror who carved out one of the largest empires the world has ever seen, stretching from Eastern Europe all the way to East Asia. Unlike Alexander and Caesar, Genghis Khan did not view himself as a deity. He was a pragmatic leader, a master strategist, and a ruthless warrior. His rule was marked by an iron fist, but also by a surprising degree of tolerance and adaptability. He adopted the advanced technologies and administrative techniques of the civilizations he conquered, integrating them into his own Mongol empire. This approach, along with his formidable military prowess, allowed him to conquer vast lands and forge an empire that outlasted him by several centuries. Yet the death of this tyrant of the East is shrouded in mystery. Was it the bubonic plague that claimed him, an assassination plot, or a case of fatal castration? We may never know. Genghis Khan, the tyrant of the East, met his end in mystery and silence. From the East, we return to Europe, to the early 19th century, to the reign of Napoleon Bonaparte, a man who saw power not as a means to an end, but as the end itself. He loved power as an artist loves his masterpiece, and he was, undeniably, an artist of war. His canvas was the battlefield, his brush, an army of loyal soldiers ready to follow him to the ends of the earth. Napoleon's victories were numerous, and his strategies innovative. He revolutionized warfare, and his military campaigns are studied to this day. Yet it was not all victory and glory for this French emperor. He faced a crushing defeat at the Battle of Waterloo, a loss that signaled the end of his reign and sent him into exile on the remote island of St. Helena. In the final days of his life, Napoleon lived in isolation, a far cry from the grandeur and power he once held. He spent his last days longing for his past glory, reminiscing about the battles won, the enemies vanquished, and the power he once wielded. Napoleon, the artist of war, died a lonely man. His masterpiece of power faded into the past, a testament to the fleeting nature of glory and the insatiable desire for conquest that drove him and the other conquerors we've discussed today. Napoleon, the artist of war, died a lonely man. His masterpiece of power faded into the past. Subscribe for more historical stories on my channel.